When the parents pass, they're going to reach out to the attorney or whoever the parents instructed and left them information on to contact. They're most likely going to reach out to the attorney first.
Candace, let me ask you another question. You're the beneficiary of a trust. There's some real estate in there. Who's your first call if you're the beneficiary? Is it to the trustee? Is it to the attorney? Is it to you to find out what loan option available? Who's that first phone call that they may call?
Yeah, so you're in this circumstance, you're dealing with trustees and beneficiaries. So the trustee is going to be appointed by, let's just say it's your parents' trust, by the parents that when they pass, this individual is going to be in charge of administering the trust and executing it. And then there are beneficiaries. Beneficiaries just mean they have an interest in that trust. So a lot of the times, the trustee knows they're the trustee of that trust. So when the parents pass, they're going to reach out to the attorney or whoever the parents instructed and left them information on to contact. So they're most likely going to reach out to the attorney first. You also have certain beneficiaries, for example, that might be living in the property. They're not the trustee, but they say, oh, I really want to keep this house, and I'm going to look into what are my options on keeping this house while, my brother is over here dealing with the trustee issues that they have to. So we get calls sometimes from trustees saying, this is our situation. My attorney said we're going to need this if someone wants to keep the property. Or we'll get a call from the beneficiary who wants to keep the property and says, I've been tasked to figure out what my options are with keeping this property. And then they go and report back to the trustee. So there's two different sides. Trustees will usually contact the attorney first. Beneficiaries, depending on the circumstance, can come to us directly. But all in all, at the end of the day, we're always working with the trustee as for the trust side. And then whoever's keeping the property is the acquiring beneficiary. So no matter who comes to us, we all end up working together at the end of the day.
So to clarify, if there's real estate to disposition, right, a beneficiary is going to take over a property. Really, the trustee, the person that the deceased parents or grandparents have assigned, there's a trustee. The trustee really sounds like they're going to follow the direction of the trust. And if there's real estate to be sold, they're going to make sure it gets sold properly, correct?
Yes. So in some circumstances, they allow the beneficiaries to determine what they would like to do with property. In other circumstances, they're going to say, we want this property sold and the proceeds distributed evenly amongst the beneficiaries. So it depends on your family dynamic and also what the trust states. But if it states that just, 3 beneficiaries are to split all of the assets 3 ways, at that time, the trustee then has a fiduciary obligation to determine what that looks like. What beneficiary wants what asset? And does someone want to keep a property? Do they just want to sell it? Are there multiple properties? What does that look like? So that's really the role and job of the trustee, is to determine what all of the beneficiaries want to do with these assets, should they have the option of choosing.